and that it was transliterated from the Latin to English, and it was in 1611. And these particular people that put the Bible together were Masonic people. They were Freemasons. That's why you have chapters and you have verses, and they're put in a particular order. That's why you have the Old Testament and the New Testament, because before all of that, there wasn't an Old or a New Testament. So they put it in a particular way, that kind of talks about things that happen within you. That's why it's kind of like a science book. So,
I'm not really into that science shit, man. I just
but
be
it's a you can't say you're not into the science thing, because then that would be to say you're ignoring what the book is saying.
I don't do with the motherfucking that Zodiac shit you was just doing. I don't know what the hell was that. That's why I was saying, what are you talking about? What is it? What is that shit? Anyway, turn around. Let me see what the fuck that shit is.
What I'm telling you is that the Bible is not a historical document. It's not the stories that happen in the Bible. There's no evidence.
All praise and honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Kakadash. Brakathum to the Akim that's out there that's preaching this truth. Double honors to my apostles and elders that's out there that's preaching this truth. Shalom. This is John chapter 1, verse 1 through 5. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning, God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of man. And the light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I formed the light and created darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. The Lord do all these things, and you got a question. What was his question? Hold on.
The Bible being a historical document.
Is the Bible a historical document? It is. I just proved it. John chapter 1. I'll reread it for you. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with Yahweh. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of man. And the light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Isaiah 45, verse 7. I form the light and created darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Just like how he made Adam. Isaiah chapter 44, verse 24. Thus said the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb, I the Lord that maketh all things, that stretched forth thy heavens alone, that spread it above the earth by myself. This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thus camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whosoever things were written after time were written for our learning. So this stuff that was written before time was for our learning. That was that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. So the comfort of the Bible and the Apocrypha, that's comfort. That's for our learning. Job chapter 38, verse 4. Where was thou when I laid the foundation of the earth? Declare it, thou hast understand. Who had laid the measure thereof, if knowest, or who have stretched the line upon it, whereupon are the foundations thereof fasting, or who laid the cornerstone thereof? When the morning stars sang it together, all the sons of Yahweh shouted for joy. Or who shut the sea with the door, when it breaketh forth, as if it had issued out of the womb? When I made the cloud girded thereof, and thick darkness and swellingly band for it, and break it up forth, it made decree, place and set bars and doors, and stand hither shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud way be stayed. Hast thou commanded the morning since the day, and caused the dayspring to know his place? So Yahweh Shem Yahshua do all these things. And these two Jakes, y'all 2/3, bro. 2/3. You a 2/3 nigga. You basically went to school just to study the Bible when you could sit at home and study it. But I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Ba'ashem Kakadash, Barakathum, to the Akim that's out there that's preaching this truth. Double honors to my apostles and elders that out there that's preaching this truth. Shalom. But man, this Jake, y'all two are through. Y'all need to repent. Shalom.